Hi, Binh Minh. I'm gonna give you the correction and the suggestion for improvement for your speaking performance. So I'm gonna play your recording and we'll stop where necessary to give you corrections or suggestions, okay? Recommendations. Let's go.
So, what kind of things do you often share with your friends? Well, not so much things. I often gossip with my buddies about some latest films and songs that we're interested in, and sometimes I'll just find them.
That we are interested in, right? We are interested in. I'm not sure that if you pronounce it interesting or interested, but it should be interested in.
To complain about my work or study problems, and I sometimes even ask for some advices in my relationships.
I sometimes ask for some advice, not advices. Advice is uncountable noun. Ask for some advice or ask for some pieces of advice. We use pieces of advice. If you want to mention the plural matter of it.
So, to be honest, their advice are very helpful, and they have helped me overcome so many problems in my daily life. Did your parents
Okay, overcome many problems in my daily life, right? Many problems. Um, be careful of the ending sounds and make sure that you stick to the grammar points because for speaking band 7 or above, we need to be scoring right, 7 in grammar. If you want to aim at a higher band score like band 8, then grammar is usually the thing that just hold you down, hold you back. Normally we score 8, 8, 8 in other things, but in grammar, it's really hard to score 8, guys. So now you need to pay more attention to the ending sounds of the verbs, whether in a noun, whether it's a plural, you use an s, whether it's a singular, you don't use an s, and you just provide the conjugation, the right conjugation into the verbs with the correct tenses. Okay? Just pay more attention to that, and you can step by step improve your speaking score.
encourage you to share? Well, definitely. Since I was a child, they have encouraged me to share things for those in need. So whenever I have things like old clothes, used books, or old toys, those things will become donation to many poor and underprivileged students in the village.
Underprivileged, underprivileged, not privileged. It's incorrect stress. You have a very good use of that piece of vocabulary, but just the problematic stress that may trip you off the score that you deserve. Privileged, underprivileged.
Like they always said, what goes around comes around.
Hmm,
So,
good.
is there anything you want to share? Yes, of course. I mean, everyone have their own private things, right? So I think it's better not to let other people use your own toothbrush, towel, bottle of water, undergarments, to comply with hygienic regulations. And besides of that, each person has a dark secret inside them. Whether you are an introverted or extroverted person, you will never want to share this unless you want to change the ways people look at you.
Hmm.
Are people in
Interesting.
your country in the habit of sharing a lot? Yes, indeed. Sharing is kind of one of our traditions. When you live in Vietnam, it won't come as a surprise to you when friends and neighbors visit your house and give you clothes, foods, and even money. But I guess that now only happens in the countryside. Like I have heard many situations in cities that neighbors didn't even greet each other, although they live adjacent to each other. Do you have anything to share with others recently? Okay, maybe it doesn't sound good, but recently I have read rumors about a couple in my class. Like some of us have already know that there's something not right between these two, so we gossip about it from one to another. As a result, the whole town know about it, and this caused uneasiness to that couple. Now I feel a bit guilty for spreading those rumors.
Okay, continue to listen. It's kind of out of my expectations. That's why it takes me a while to process the information.
What would you like to share with others in the future? Maybe I'd like to share my life experience. I believe that each person's story can at least help someone. It could be a boy suffered from depression or a girl with a broken heart, anyone. So I think it maybe if I share my story, I can help someone turn over a new leaf, and that will also fulfill my happiness.
Yeah, perfect, Binh Minh. um, with this performance, I think you would score about 8 in speaking. Because you can use less common vocabulary like introverted. Um, and something else that I can't remember because I don't jot down. But for less common vocabulary, you got that. For grammar, you score well in accuracy. Fluency, you have fantastic fluency. It's even better than my fluency. The relevance to the questions, you got enough and very informative answer to the questions. So a great plus in that. Um, yeah, and you make sense of everything you say, and you speak at a very natural speed. I'm not sure that you are reading from the pre-written answers, or you answered out of your um, uh, spontaneous response to the question. Um, but if you can do so in the real test in the exam room, you can score absolutely. You can score an 8. Okay, and that's all for my recommendations. And by the way, I'm in Hazang, so now I have a treat to you. At the background, you have the um, terraced paddy fields, and this is in Nam Hong village. Yeah, that's all. Good job. Keep working hard.